as you go through the main story of Gran, you will get crewmate cards. Now these are applicable for every single character except these three. Those three you need to unlock with special stuff. As you can see, there are two ways you can get them. You can get them the legitimate way and farm them, which, if you have the two of us, will not be particularly hard, it will just be time-consuming. Or you can buy them for $5.
Gotcha. It'll be time-consuming for Twien and CO.
Yes.
Sandy won't be...
Sandy will be really quick.
Won't take long at all.
Sandy will be really quick, because we can just slaughter Lucy, or bring you in to contribute to Zero Lucy. As for getting them, I would highly recommend waiting until you are more familiar with what you like and dislike before trying them. I would say getting Sandy would be very safe, but also it's kind of unnecessary to give him the $5. That's my view on it. Also, again, with Ragnarok, you're going to have 4 other more characters, so... just keep in mind that you may not even necessarily want the characters, so why would you spend money on CO, Twien, and Sandy? That's how I'm going to phrase it. Now, I'm going to let him kind of just show off Twien real quick. I know it doesn't really explain what she does, but this way you can kind of get a passive understanding of what she does. Bit dark if you would like to kind of explain her shenanigans.
Ultimately, she's just quick, moderate damage. Much better on bigger targets. Probably the best part of her gimmicks, the fact that she can move around while shooting her arrows, doing a quick charge or whatever.
Yeah, she's very mobile. Very safe character. Especially when you add into the fact that she's ranged.
Once you add in her specific sigil buffs, then she gains the ability to just apply random statuses on her charged arrows, which can help a lot with extra output, regardless of enemy size.
Yeah.
As you attack with her, you build up arrows for her multi-lock hail, which is kind of a finisher attack for her, which gives her most of her actual output.
What was that, Meat Bun?
I said, is it almost dead, or does it have another life bar?
No, everything only has the 1 life bar. Fortunately, it does not pull a Sekiro. You have it on hold, right?
Yep.
Okay, good. So that's roughly the average size boss for a lot of what you'll be doing. That is not average for endgame. Hello, Gondagoza. Sorry. Garlic gun. For some reason, I refuse to say his name properly. So that is your ultimate. And also a really nice thing about Sandy, during the ultimate, it pauses your timer. So you get to stay in angel mode more. By the way, he's going to be a playable character when Ragnarok comes out. I am fucking terrified about his performance as a playable character, because they don't have the best track record with male draft characters. Those are the horny people. Draft is the name for the horny people. And there's the paralysis. And here is another big thing. Link time. This is very important, and is why stun is a very, very important stat to have. Especially with Lucilius. Because if you cannot get this off, you are fucked. I wanted to do it. Bastard.
Too bad.
One of Gondago's mechanics is you can throw the spear at him. It's a nice little extra bit of CC. And here's a tiny person. She likes to throw swords at you. I'm probably gonna die at least once. She always gets me at least once. Ow! And there's one of the instances that you can see where you do occasionally get animation locked. And Dark has decided to use Twien's single strongest ability. The fact that hers is the only ranged ult in the game. And that will not be changing, to my knowledge, in Ragnarok. I will be better than your pissant Sanvi. So Sandalphon is one of the characters who has an enhanced ult. In Angel form, his ult does a lot more damage. Dark, remind me what the... What was the rough difference, if you remember?
He gains like an extra 300k or so by using his ult in Angel form over base state.
What is the full
Either way,
burst?
he's got one of the highest damage ults.
Yeah. Sorry, what was that, Meat Bun?
So what is the full burst?
Full burst is what she's current. Basically, that's just extra damage. It's what you get. Ow. When you link multiple chambers, multiple ults. It's your incentive to not use one ult at a time. It's not a very big incentive.
The most important part about it is the fact that it will instantly fill up your link gauge to full.
Also, yes,
Get a full burst.
Full burst will guarantee a capped out link gauge, which means you can get the slowdown effect quicker. Which means you can do this. And you can see all the different effects that it has. And there are...
Does most of the attacks you're doing have, like, iframes or something?
A good amount of Sandy's stuff does, but there's a reason for that. With Sandalphon, a lot of his attacks animation lock him.
Okay.
So with that swoop ability that you see, I don't know what else to call it. the swoop. I'll try to actually show it off now that I've mentioned it. But I would say Sandy has probably one of the highest amount of moves with available iframes, but most of them have a really small amount of iframes. Here's the swoop. Most of that you are not immune. But, shit. The part as you start up the swoop, that's when you have iframes. But the entire duration that you are charging at the enemy, you are vulnerable. So, don't get it in your head that this is like a longsword free Iceborne. Sandy will not give you that much security. As you can see, I just got hit. But, I'm trying to show it to you, but I'm getting interrupted. But this is Sandy's normal ult. This is the lower tier one. Still good, but... this jump up right here and slam down, the very start of it, you are immune. Basically, you can use it. So you know how when I use Longsword, a lot of the ways that I dodged was just by not being where the hitbox was, just using the natural movement? That's kind of how I use Sandy's Leap a lot of the times. Because you can jump over low attacks and just not get hit by them because you're in the air.
Are all of these boss fights like five enemy gauntlets?
No, this is unique to this mission and one other. This is the mission we go for because this is the only 2 boss at the same time in it. The other one, literally all 5 rounds are double bosses. And they're all very painful double bosses too.
Can you jump over that?
No. But yeah, you can see that move right there does not have iframes when you're down. You can use it to jump over things. Like right here. That I can use. It has partial iframes. This entire animation, this skill right now that I'm doing, the entirety of it is iframes. It even says so. I'm literally immune during the entire duration. Do you want me to ult?
Yes.
Sorry. I started doing the swoop. That was actually a good showcase of one of Sandy's drawbacks. He has a lot of animation locks, and you have to be aware of what things will lock you into an animation. Because, during this entire swoop, you can't cancel it. You can't use your ult, so that one requires communication with your team, like what we just failed to have. Ow. But yeah, every character kind of has their quirks. Sandy has the most.
Here. Is that the whole thing?
Nope. One more. This is Pieta. This is one of the main endgame bosses. This is one of the, I guess, Quadruo? Is that how you say it? Whatever. Remind me, is Pieta enhanced during this?
Yeah. The boss is still completely standard.
And also meat bun, just because I feel the need to. I'm going to remind you, a lot of what we're doing is not going to be this. Ow. We're going to be doing the higher difficulty one, most likely. And I imagine...
Be dying.
Huh?
Is that the ones where you would be dying?
I mean, I just died right there, but my auto-revive kicked in. This game has more security than Monster Hunter. It's also arguably easier to die than in Monster Hunter. No, 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 no. Don't be in range of that particular ability, or you are fucked.
Does this guy have any DPS checks?
Yes, this is one of the four with a DPS check. He's not going to be able to get it off. But, you see how during all this time, the AI characters aren't doing anything? How we're attacking,
really
but the AI isn't?
Or they're just kind of...
They're just standing
waiting?
there? Yeah, that's going to be one of the biggest differences between you and one of them. You can actually have uptime during this. Because, the full burst, look at the damage number we get. That total right
They
there,
just wait and ult.
that damage number you saw right there, that was the culmination of the ults and our attacking during the ults. The AI does not contribute to normal damage, and the vast plurality of it is just you doing your combos.
They just support with, like, ultimate attacks.
You absolutely could do that. It would be a very specific type of build, and it would be very specific characters, but you could do that, yes. Charlotta would be a good option. Would Gran be a good option?
Yeah, he builds up quickly.
So, we're running into a bit of a problem here. In order to do SBA stuff, there used to be one other character who's really good at it, but they nerfed her. And also she wouldn't be fun to play. So there used to be a character called Fairy. And she had a thing where her SBA gain was retarded if you did a very specific combo. Perfect! We usually don't get that. Pieta has a lot of stuff to prevent you from getting Link time when you have as much damage as we do. But anyway, Fairy used to be an immaculate SBA spammer because her jump attack and then falling attack generated so much of it. You could generate like 20% just with that. Just by jumping up and then using your swing down attack. Hold on.
Do you not walk around? Do you only move through your dodge?
With Sandy, when you're fighting something, yes. That's...
Wild.
Like, with Sandy, most of the time I will only move like this, especially in late game stuff. You can sprint, but you see how he's doing that acrobatic shit. Twien is very similar in that regard. You don't move via moving, you move via dodging. Especially with Twien, because I'm pretty sure... For Twien, your arrow dodge is like twice the distance of your normal dodge, right?
Yeah, it's not that useful for if you want to actually avoid getting hit.
Well,
It's only
yeah,
if you need
but...
to make distance.
Yeah, it's for distance.
Either make it or close it.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good way to do either while still getting some damage out.
Yeah. Do we show him Lucy?
Sure.
I say we can show him Behemoth, Proto, or Lucy.
So what you guys are usually fighting?
Those are the three hard... Hold on. For the quests that are probably the hardest, this one, and this one. We just did this one. We did Behemoth a lot. Basically, we're trying to get a very specific sigil, and it has an obscenely low drop rate. Like, obscenely low. And it's really important to have. So... yeah. I managed to get one. And also, when you get it, you absolutely save scum. Let me show you the sigil in question. This right here. This is basically a... how much is supplementary again? It's like 20 or 30%, right?
It depends on the sub damage effect.
I just mean for the supplementary sigil.
Yeah, for the sigil, I think it's just like 15%.
Okay. But basically, the reason why supplementary is as good as it is, it's an extra damage number, not a damage buff. So this is a 15% damage buff that ignores the damage cap. That's why it's so important.
You do that fight to get the level 45 version?
Huh?
You have to do that fight to get the level 45 version?
No. The reason it's level 45 on CO is because this is actually... all of his sigils are dual sigils. You see how they have different effects? Yeah. The Behemoth fight drops supplementary legendary sigils with two supplementary plus sigils. Basically, the plus means it has two different traits. Now then, if you go to this,
you're doing two different supplementary damage things.
Yes, it has two different instances of level 12 supplementary. If you go to this lovely midget right here, you can fuse two different sigils, and you have a potential of getting an outcome. You see the trait pool right there? You can see all the different potential outcomes that it has. So basically, supplementary plus sigils are a nightmare to get. Behemoth has the highest drop rate for them, and they will make your Monster Hunter World heart blush. Because the farm is fucking insane. So much so that
random chance, right?
Huh?
It's just a low percentage, right?
Yep. It's like, what, 0.01 or something?
It's low. I'm not sure what the exact number is.
There's a mod that
and it shares a drop pool with way too many other sigils.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem. It shares a drop pool with a lot of other things, and it has a low percentage.
Okay.
So, yeah. And yes, I did save scum to get this. Because you can save scum to ensure that you get the outcome you want. But yeah, for all these levels, by standard, legendary sigils give one trait that has 15 levels of that skill. You have to go into the menu to see what that actually means. But my supplementary skill is giving level 30 for that one sigil. The reason why it's higher is because of the imbued traits on this weapon. And also because it's an innate thing. This is unique specifically to Sandy, Twien, and Co, and is literally the only reason why Co can hold up compared to everyone else. It's just because they are innately better weapon-wise.
His weapon comes with, like, the extra
you see that
two of them?
You see that attack, supplementary cap, and sigil booster?
Yeah, it was like 15 and 7, right?
You see how when I select this other weapon, it changes? So the thing that says imbued traits, that's something you can customize. That's entirely on you and drop rates. For instance, my Narmaya. She has her imbued ones, the ones that you have control over, are those. But yeah, you can see this is her weapon's innate stuff. This is standard for all Terminus weapons. All Terminus weapons give you 15 regen, 25 of this, 5 damage cap, and 1 sigil booster. Sigil booster is useless. It's literally useless.
Since you're already using legendaries.
Partially because we're already using legendaries, but also, hold on, let me. Also, because I'm just going to scroll down to the maximum level of all of these skills. 50, 65, 45, 45, 15, 30, 30, 15, 15, 30. Are you noticing a trend yet?
Not really.
Literally every single skill is a multiple of 10 or 15. Meaning, getting +1 to a skill literally gives you nothing. There is no bonus.
It just levels it up once.
It literally just gives a free extra level. So, when your maximum level for a skill is 15, having level 16 of it is literally worthless. It is literally a wasted level. Now then, it can be kinda useful on things like Greater Aegis and Tyranny and Stamina, where you only really want 15 levels of it. So instead of 15, you get 16, but you can see the difference between those levels here.
Yeah.
2%. 1%. 1%.
It's terrible.
Yeah. Mind you, Sigil Booster is literally free. It just happens when you cap out the weapon. Me and Dark are of the mind that they should just remove it entirely, or give sigils an uneven number, so that, you actually get an extra effect from it. But here's Weapon Awakening. You see all of those nodes? Those are levels you have to put resources into. That's the first level for one. Hold on. Oh, yeah, by the way, as you go through it, you have to unlock specific trophies in order to actually be able to get certain levels for the weapon. But here's a level 4 resource requirement.
shit is.
Here's a level 6. Here's a level 3. You can kind of see how things exponentially get worse and worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where one of the biggest farms comes from. And here's this, where it's 3 levels off. And yes, the final levels are obscene. There's a reason why I unironically regret capping out CO. Alrighty. Now this is literally the only boss in the game where I feel like I'm forced to use a character. Only one. And that's for 2 reasons. First off, the characters I have capped out. I am not using Siofan in this fight. He's just not capable of doing it. My skill level with him, and what he fundamentally has in his kit, they don't work well. Percival is actually pretty decent. He is actually able to manage the fight. I cannot use Narmaya. She could hold her own, but I have to use a specific build that does hamper her damage output by a fair amount. One of her unique sigils cuts her SBA gain in half. And this fight requires you to use your SBA at specific times. And you need all 4 people to do it. This is a fight where a support Catalina is really valuable. So, you know, if you wanted to go down the support route, this fight is probably emblematic of the difficulty we're going down and what the final bosses in it are going to be like, mechanic-wise. And having a Cat player, or having a Vayne player, would be invaluable. And just so that you understand why I say Vayne, where is it? There it is. Vayne has the bubble of no touchy. The AI physically cannot use this skill. Because they'll pop it, and then they'll not hold the button. So they just do a quick bubble out and then bubble down. But this right here, invaluable. If you want to make things easier for your team. Also, he has built-in parry mechanics that happen while he's doing damage. So he can be pretty safe if you get good with him. Any other questions?
Not at the moment.
Alright. Dark, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Also, remember how we were with Fatalis? With how many attempts it took us before we got a win?
Yep.
That's very much how Lucy 0 was for me and Dark. Hell, that's how normal Lucy was for quite some time. So this is Lucilius. There it is. I've already used an auto-revive. I'm not going to be talking a whole lot through this, because this guy requires concentration, as you can probably tell.
There's shit on the screen.
Yes, there is shit on the screen. There is indeed shit on the screen. Fuck. Ah, shit. Sorry. I wasted the captain's revive. Ah, god damn it. Heal me, clone of me. And I see that you are living up to your reputation, Dark. For some reason, Lucy just really hates him in particular. Ow. I thought I timed that better. So Sandy also has one of the best support skills in the game. He has a full 100% to 0. I mean, whole 0 to 100 heal. Well, not 0. 1 to 100%. That is a full cleanse. This is another instance where you would be very useful because the AI kind of isn't. At least not consistently.
Final Fantasy 14-ass looking attacks, man.
Yes. This is unironically a raid boss. Lucilius is unironically a raid boss. Ow. And I rely heavily on Mr. Birdman over here, because these lasers are a pain in the ass, and they really like targeting one of us in particular. And
yeah, this gold by them.
And this is a fail. See,
you have to break orbs?
Yes, you have to break all. So basically, with Lucilius, you have to break all 4 orbs. Ow. You have to break all of those orbs in order to not get a maximum health bar reduction stat. And also so that you get the special victory thing. Basically, there are 4 things that you need to do. The first one is the circle tap thing, where you hit you stand on the circles as they run around. The second one is to kill those orbs. The third one is kill the swords. The fourth one is this, where you have to get a full ult off. Otherwise, he does a Paradise Lost on you. That thing that you saw at the start.
He does an enhanced variant of it.
Oh yeah, it's an enhanced
deadlier.
version that's even more likely to kill you. So you really don't want him to do it. Motherfucker. Damn it. Sorry. So this is the single hardest boss in this game, by the way. As of right now. Single hardest thing.
Makes sense.
And the only reason we were able to beat it is because he completely reworked his Gran to be a full support Gran. And also... And he also, decided on a whim to use Sandy as an AI. Now, we normally don't do that, because we would rather play Sandolphin. Because he's fun. However, we couldn't afford him to not play Twian just for that orb setup. Also, by the way, this is already a failure of a run. And that's because we failed that, well, Dark can attest, if you do not get the 7 trials, it's just a fail. All of this is literally just to show you. This run failed the second we did not get all of the orbs killed. And also because I keep dying.
But the 12 labors?
Yes, the 12 labors. If you fail that, the run is just over. Unironically. It's actually better to just die and let the bar go completely drain and fail the mission than continue fighting it, because chances are it's a failed run. That's how impactful the 12 labors thing is. Also, it's the single most important bonus one to get, because it guarantees you an Azurite Splendor. All of those other bonus, see those check marks up there? Each one of them gives you bonus loot, if you get it done. They're bonus missions, basically. And the 12 labors give you a guaranteed Azurite Splendor. This is not really useful by the time you're fighting him, but is still very nice, because more capped out sigils. I'm sure that makes sense to you, right? You are not keeping those buffs. Shit. But yeah, you can see he's getting that up pretty frequently. And you can see how much effort we're putting into making sure that we get these link times, can't you? Getting these link times is integral to beating this fight. Because you just
increases your damage?
No, it slows down the timer. It also increases our damage, but it slows down the timer on the quest. And he has a lot of things like this, where he is untargetable, and occasionally, the timer is still ticking down. He's actually a little bit better than that than some others.
Did those white beams just slow you down?
No, the white beams kill you. The blue puddle slows you down.
Why is everything changing colors?
Because he's trying to kill us. And that's how he kills us. If things change color, that means that he's probably mid-murder. Fuck, he's too far away. God damn it! I'm sorry. Do you have it? Oh, we're screwed. And now is this an empowered one? I think it is.
Yes, it is.
I will try, and I've already failed. How are you the one that died? This never happens.
I guess I was trying to apply a mirror image and a little bit of brevity. That did not last.
Okay, you can block midair. How have I only just realized that? Oh yeah, because I never used the block button. That's how. So what do you think of Lucilius?
Like watching fucking mobile game. Jesus Christ.
If it's any consolation, he is the only one like this. He is a proper raid boss. He is the only one like this.
Way too much stuff on the screen.
You get used to it. You get used to it.
That's what they say.
Well, I mean, it used to be that I got hit by every single Paradise Lost that he did. And you saw earlier, I dodged his enhanced one. Basically perfectly. Ow. Usually that's the one I'm better at. And he got his buff out. Oh my god! What hit me?
Like random lasers coming down.
That was one of our crappier Lucy runs, admittedly. But it's a good showing of Lucy. That's probably what you can expect from a good amount of the higher-end difficulties. Not of the new difficulty they'll be adding. Do we show him Swordsman's Nightmare?
Sure. Let's show him the epitome of what some of the worst of this can be.
We're gonna show you the worst of this game. And the thing we never fight.
It's worse than that.
Yes. Because with Lucilius, there's only one thing trying to kill you. There's just the one. Oh yeah, this is Fairy right here. She's useless now. And not fun. Do I bring in Narmaya?
If you're feeling brave.
I'm not. After that Lucy run, no, I'm not. But yeah, basically, if you didn't want to pay for Sandalphon, we'd bring you into Lucy 0. And then we'd
Just the normal one would be better.
Okay, yeah, normal.
It still gives plenty of the cannon white blooms.
Yeah.
And you only need like 5 to actually get Lucy, so just 2 runs of normal Lucy.
You need 5 to get you need 5 to get him, and then I think you need another 3 or some. How many do you need for his weapon?
Don't remember.
It
doesn't really matter either. It's not difficult to farm them.
It's an amount. It's an amount greater than 0. Okay, you see how we have the big-ass dragon and then also the shadow asshole?
Yeah.
The problem is not the dragon. The dragon is positively tame by comparison, as it decides to show us firsthand. Kindly stop buffing him. and making this more of a bullet hell than it needs to be. Oh yeah, I'm Sandy, I can just hit him. So Sandy is the single longest range character in the game. His range is probably equal to, maybe greater, than Yugen. And he's not even technically a ranged character. It's just an...
Can you only dodge in those 4 directions? Can't do, like, angles?
Yeah, no, it's just the 4. It's like Dark Souls 1. Motherfucker.
Yeah.
You see, I just got killed by id right there. That's gonna happen a lot.
Is it just a random shadow character?
Yes, and also attacking him is pointless because he will just be respawned.
So you just have to deal with him?
Yes, you just have to deal with the random bullshit that he adds. And that break was for id. I'm not even going to bother. I'm just trying to not die here. See, if I was in Angel mode, I'd be hitting id right now, but I'm not, so... Oh, you're ulting?
I think the first DPS check cap was at 50%, so take that time.
I'll take your word for it.
Build up again before he reaches that threshold.
At the very least, Granblue. And I just got fucking backhanded by id in the spine. This fight is awful. Also, it used to be... It used to be a 15-minute timer instead of 30. The single saving grace of this is id really likes to throw himself right next to Bahamut when you're ulting, which means you get to hit both of them. So you were saying...
Right, gets it 60%.
So this is a mission end.
Yep.
This is one of the guys who has a DPS check. And no, you do not get it if you don't have ult.
Not when you have 2 bots.
Yeah. We actually might have been able to do that if we had 4 people. 3 people.
The real difficulty of that mission is the targeting priority of the bots.
Yeah.
They will constantly focus much more on the id than they will on Versa.
The reason why that...
Oh, just said I see.
Yeah. The reason why that mission is as hard as it is for us is because we have bots.
Pretty much any sort of multi-enemy mission becomes far more difficult due to the bots3 priority.
Yeah. The bots will pretty much always target what you do not.
You don't even need three people, you need 4 people?
No. Realistically, a third person is all we'd need. We can't...
How much easier it would be if you had 4 human players.
We can't express how much of a difference one person would make versus an AI. Just during those chain bursts, what do you think the difference would be between 2 AIs versus 1? When you saw firsthand, the AIs do not contribute pretty much anything during it.
Would you just be speedrunning this game if you had 4 people?
You certainly could. I mean, people have done that Lucilius fight with a full AI team in 3 minutes. So, with 4 actual people, yeah, you could probably speedrun through a lot of it. I don't know if that'll stay the case in Chaos difficulty, but this is just so I can show you something.
Can you fight that boss on another difficulty, or is that the only one he's available at?
Lucy? No.
Either one of those bosses you just fought.
Yes, with
Yeah,
Bahamut.
both bosses have a different iteration.
Uh,
Lucy has a slightly lower difficulty one, and then Bahamut Versa is the first thing you fight for the difficulty that we're in.
Yeah. Normal Bahamut Versa is night and day difference between what you just saw. Okay, and I'm going to show you what the ult damage numbers look like. Remember, Sandalphon is one of the higher. It is... Would you say Einzel... Where would you say Einzel or ranks for ults? Damage-wise.
All in all, Sandy holds the second and third place spots for highest damage ults.
That's what I thought. Yes, he has both spots. He is the bronze and the silver medal holder. That's
the only ult that is stronger is Id's Godmight ult.
Yeah. Id's Godmight ult is stupid. So you see you saw the damage number for his SBA.
Yep.
That's how much your ult is contributing. Now then, let me restart. So you can roughly remember that number. It was like 1.6 mil or something, right?
Yeah.
That's
Same amount of damage in like 3 hits.
That's one combo. Do you see why the AI's not doing anything during the chain bursts is so detrimental?
Sort of.
Just with that display right there. For a full chain burst, roughly how many combos would you say you can get? Assuming you're the 4th person.
It depends on the character,
Well, yeah.
but
Let's go with Sandy
more than
for now.
enough.
I would say for Sandy, you would probably be able to go from halfway Angel Gauge to Angel Form by the 4th one. I think that's pretty consistent with what I pulled off. But yeah, Meat Bun, you see
I'd turn off the damage numbers in this game.
Yes, you can turn those off.
And can I affect the effects in any way?
What effects?
All of the visual effects.
Probably. I imagine you could probably reduce them dramatically. Make it easier to see, yeah. Hold on.
Kind of a visual nightmare sometimes.
Okay, thing is, we've shown you the most visual nightmares of currently available. It will probably...
You're saying it's only going to get worse from here, so I don't really want it to be worse than it already is.
It will probably get
change
worse.
It, I would.
Let's see.
Find it very hard to focus when there's like 1,000 fucking effects going off on the screen.
Yeah, bullet hells, not pleasant to look at. I completely understand. Let's look at this. You can... Truth be told, I haven't really gone through a lot of this, so Oh, hey, they put that in.
Episode.
Autoplay Fate episode. Loading screen skip. Whatever. Probably in graphics, right? Yeah, well, this is what I currently have available. That doesn't look promising. I mean, you could probably reduce the lighting.
Who knows? Maybe there's like client-side mods you can use or something.
There are mods. They're not promising.
Damn.
One of the mods.
Sunbreak was bad, bro.
One of the mods was to put Bahamut in a bikini.
Yeah, I mean that's what expected.
Yes, it is, and especially given the type of game.
Who knows? Maybe it won't be as bad when I build up to it, as opposed to getting it blasted in my face immediately.
Yeah, admitted. Should we show him some of the more mundane stuff that he'll be using to?
I mean, the first one you showed me wasn't as bad. It was mostly, I think, your guys' effects on the enemy.
We are playing characters with slightly higher effect count. That is kind of how Twien's abilities are, and also Sandy's. Sandy does have a lot going on. When you play him, it does kind of just turn into noise that you block out, but I will concede.
I can understand playing a ranged character now.
Yes. As far as ranged characters are concerned, I would highly recommend Twien. I don't think the other two are very good options. The other two are Yugen, who I think you saw the problem with. I think Stonehenge has more mobility. And he will get one shot, just like everyone else. Do we count Io as a ranged character?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She, for all intents and purposes, is a ranged character.
Yeah.
Does anyone else even attack fast enough to deal enough damage to deal with everything you guys were just doing?
The only two characters where that's really a problem are this guy and this guy. And even then, id can still manage.
Okay.
Mostly because of the quick charge on him. You will have a harder time using id than you will, like, Sandy, or Twien, or Catalina, or Charlotta, or Narmaya, or Vayne, or Percival, or the list goes on.
But would was it Siegfried's? His defense wasn't good as the cut defense thing, right?
The biggest pro to him was the fact that he can give your full party 70% defense boost. And there is no way to boost your defenses in this game outside of skills. And most of them are only like 15%.
Would that have prevented you from getting one shot in those hits?
Depends on the hit. It depends on the attack.
Yeah.
So for Lucy 0, I would say that would probably make it so that you could survive 2 or 3 sword swings out of him. You would not be able to survive, say, Paradise Lost. It wouldn't make a difference there.
Wouldn't it be easier to pick a character that can just dodge all that shit then?
Why do you think Sandy is so good? That's exactly why we play Sandy and Twian, and Charlotta.
They have the extended invulnerability on dodging things perfectly.
Well, everyone has the invulnerability on perfect dodge. That's standard. Everyone has that. The reason why he likes Twian so much is because she has the built-in fire wall dodging, so he basically has 100% uptime on attacking. And because Lucilius has a strange hate boner for him when he plays Twian gives him the option to just constantly be running away from him and getting out of the hitbox range.
And is there any way to focus aggro on yourself or someone specific, or does it just swap randomly?
There are hostility sigils. You can use hostility on your sigils, mostly. That's the biggest option. Some characters like Veseraga or Narmaya or some others, I think id has one too, where they have a skill that increases their hostility. It's not guaranteed.
No, it doesn't have a taunt adjacent skill.
Oh, maybe I'm just I'm misremembering then. What difficulty is this?
This is still proud. Anything else would just be erased instantly.
Yeah, that is a problem. I'm not going to
Really
use
show off
Sandy.
a thing like that.
Are you guys usually playing on the hardest difficulty?
Yeah, outside of very specific resource farming, outside of very specific things, there's no reason for us to leave Proud.
Is that harder than Maniac?
Yes.
Or Manic?
Yes.
Maniac is right before Proud. Now, we do occasionally go into Maniac, mostly for very specific bosses that we need for upgrade materials. They aren't in Proud, so we don't have a choice. So yeah, that's our stomping grounds. You know how someone in like high or master rank wouldn't go into low under normal circumstances?
Yeah.
That's basically how it is.
Rewards.
Let's see. I've shown you Sandy quite a bit. Who would you like to see?
I don't remember who you said you played.
1 second.
Besides,
Charlotta? Narmaya?
well, yeah, does she has the long ass invincibility, doesn't she?
No, that would be Charlotta.
Yeah.
Then there's Percival. I occasionally play Siegfried, but he has... The problem with Siegfried, his biggest damaging hits have long animations. So he is kind of vulnerable. You know what? I've shit-talked Seo quite a bit. Let's show you Seo. How's that sound, Dark?
Sure. Not like this mission will be troublesome, so...
God, I hate his hair. So I actually made a video complaining about Seofun and how he felt, and in it, I decided to edit a top hat and a monocle onto him. The monocle was for the funny, the top hat was just to get rid of his shitty cowlick. So this is actually one of the specific, slightly lower difficulty things we do. Ow. And Since you don't like the visual noise, definitely do not go CO. He has a lot of it. Fuck. God, I hate his mechanics so much. Ugh. So the reason I hate Sio as much as I do is because he really only contributes when he has his avatar gauge up. And outside of a very specific ability, you cannot get it up quickly enough for him to feel useful. Also, I unironically saw him do a 4-digit number attack. And that's just not acceptable. In a game where 5 digits is low, if your attacks aren't doing out, one of the lowest per hit basic attacks in the game is like 40 to 50,000. I have my CO who is fully built, fully capped out, max build. There was a stray hit that did 4,000 damage. And that was only a good display of him because that's a pushover mission. Also, he has a lot of visual noise, so I tell you to avoid him anyway. I have also been playing the gacha that this setting is from, and I'm really hoping they do more with customization, because they got a lot of really nice-looking characters. Or character designs in it, even for just the existing ones in the game. And it is a crying shame that the customization is this. There is more, mind you, but I'm not paying for that.
Would being in the air help you when, I forgot his name, the Lucius dude?
Ironically,
No, not really.
It actually makes you more vulnerable.
He has a lot of more upward inclined hitboxes.
Yeah.
You'll be getting hit regardless.
Also... Oh, hey! Oh, but there's still a big caveat there. So, Dark, I just found out that if you hit something in the air, do the pogo off with Zeta, you get your dodge back.
Neat.
That... Okay, maybe she's a little bit safer than I thought. Oh. I mean... You still have to do her full thing. You still have to pogo off of them to reset the dodge. But, okay, she's... Her aerial dodge is better than we thought. Okay, Meat Bun, let me show you the difference between being in the air versus being on the ground. Oh, also there's something called Improved Dodge. It's a sigil. At max rank, you get 4 extra dodges. And your invulnerability, the timer to get a perfect dodge, is increased pretty greatly. It's on basically all my characters. So, you can see, 3 dodges in a row. Quite nice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me show you the problem with Zeta. You have the 1. You have 1.
After your attacks.
Huh?
After you do your attack in the air.
You only have the 1. If you do not follow up, or if you get hit out, if you fail to dodge, then you only have 1 at a time. Now, I will say that's actually better than what me and Dark thought it was. Or maybe they changed that at some point. Do you think they changed that, Dark?
It's distinctly possible they changed it.
I think they changed it, because I remember pretty early on, we tried Zeta, and a big problem we had was even if we did her full pogo stuff, we were screwed.
Yeah.
Also, she is another timing character. And she's actually probably the most punishing timing character. She's also the only one that doesn't really have a way to outside of specifically some skills. She's the only one that can't really quickly get in. Isn't she?
You gotta pair it with the triangle, then she can immediately get right into it.
Well, that's if you parry with triangle.
Yeah, that's it.
I guess that's a better option than basic attacking.
Either do the base combo, do the parry, you have some skills that can, and that's it.
Yeah. But yeah, Zeta can be pretty fun. For most of the stuff you fight, she actually is pretty safe, because you're in the air. The only exception is Lucilius. She also has a decent skill ceiling if that's something you care about, because getting that timing down is actually pretty hard. And just to show you, I have this on. You're not going to have this for the majority of your playtime with her. But it is very helpful. But yeah, I figured I should show you Zeta, since she is one of the more unique characters, all things considered. And again, it really doesn't matter. Were you to join us, it doesn't matter who you pick. It will be an improvement. Dark, who would you say is the lowest damage character?
Rosetta.
Yeah, yeah. So, because she was brought up, this is Rosetta. She is probably the closest thing this game has to a dedicated support character. That doesn't mean she's good. I hear mumbling. Dark actually played her for a fair amount of time in the early.
No, I didn't actually use her for that long in the early.
I could have sworn you did, or was that the mid-game? I could have
I
sworn
tried
there's...
Rosetta for some of the early stuff, but ended up dropping her pretty quickly.
Remind me why? I think I have an idea, but enlighten me.
Awkward hitboxes for the attacks.
Yeah.
The damage was low even for the early. And her buffs felt terrible. And you could only really have one on at a time. She really didn't allow you to stack them.
There was a lot more there than I was expecting.
And then also let's add on to the fact that the actual values for her buffs are
They're all...
non-existent.
The highest level is like 7%, isn't it?
Something like that.
It...
Slow.
Yeah. Yeah.
You need one of her character-specific sigils to even get those to be moderately acceptable value.
Yeah. Yeah. Why does Yardra have a Naruto? Why does he Naruto run? So Yardra is also a very safe character. As you can see, he gets a lot of invincibility. This is Yardra gameplay. You build up to do this repeatedly. He's very safe, and he's actually pretty useful for a team. Because if you get his, if you get his full shenanigans, then he gives a team-wide mirror image effect. And mirror image is basically just a... It's basically just a damage immunity for a certain hit.
You don't take damage for 3 hits.
Yeah. For Yardra specifically. Which actually makes mirror image significantly better in this than in the gacha. Mirror image only protects you from single target attacks in the gacha. That is the minority of things trying to hitting you in that.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least when you get to a certain point. But yeah, Yardra's actually not half bad for if you want to do more of a support thing that's pretty safe. Has a bit going on visually, but you know. That's kind of all of them. Let's show you Vayne real quick. You still there, mate bun? So this is Vayne's normal gameplay. He hits things with hammer. You build up that gauge by doing that big whirly attack. And then you do this. And during all of this, he has a parry window. At the startup of all of them, he gets a parry window. But this is he is probably the closest thing you have to a tank class in this, which is kind of unfortunate. A lot of the characters are relatively simple on the surface. The difficulty comes in from understanding their kit and executing what they have in properly against what you're fighting. Anyone else to show? Honestly, not really. I think that roughly covers everything.
Yeah, looks like it.
Any characters kind of speak to you?
Probably just try the ones that are useful, I guess.
Well, fortunately, most of them are pretty useful. In some way, shape, or form.
At least he can put up a giant shield during all the bullshit.
Yes, with Vayne, that is a very nice boon. And yes, your allies benefit from it. And just to show how long it lasts, I think Vayne has the longest invincibility of everyone, right?
I'm not sure.
I know it's rough. I know that it exceeds Paradise Lost in duration. But yes, Big Bubble is useful. Also, his damage is actually solid, so you wouldn't even slow us down in that regard. Although that's kind of applicable for most of the characters. Pretty sure the only way that wouldn't be the case... Pretty sure the only characters where we'd actually be slowed down is if it was like Rose, Gonda, Fairy, or yeah, that's probably it. Just those three. Because even Rackham is useful. But yeah, if I had to pick characters to say stay away from, it would be those three. And let me show you what Gandagoza does. Just so that you understand why he gets so much flack personally. He is like Siegfried, in that he is timing-based. Except, do you see the problem? Also, I'll just start it over here.
Range.
He has no range, and do you see how slow he is?
It's to be expected. I'm assuming you can give him more damage than that.
I don't know if how good his damage is per hit. Dark, do you have any idea what his full damage per hit can be in comparison?
No, I'm not sure. All I do know about him is that he's either the worst character, and for most people, or if someone who really took the time to actually get good with him used him, then he's by far one of the best.
Really? Actually, I guess I can kind of believe that. I think he does have probably one of the single highest hitting ability attacks in the game. In his triangle.
Yep.
I mean, his fully built up triangle is doing as much as an ult. So I mean,
It's not gonna work against that guy though. Zero.
You would have a very hard time getting Dark. Of all of the characters, who would you say has the worst time against Zero?
Quite frankly, anyone who's a bit slower would have a horrible time. Siegfried, Vasp, Id,
Yep.
Percy would maybe just be able to manage.
I've used Percy against him. I wouldn't recommend it, but it is definitely doable.
I would struggle a lot.
Oh yeah,
She won't get any time to channel her spell.
Io would be awful. She'd have no time to channel her spells, and the second you drop a built-up one, he'd just teleport out of it. Unless you're...
While Yugen may work well for normal Lucy, Zero would be too fast for too fast, too aggressive, too many things happening to make it so he can't even go into his aim state. Which means his damage is just going to be subpar.
For Ganda? Yeah.
I was just talking about Yugen.
Oh, There's a reason we dropped Yugen for Zero. Hell, we dropped Yugen for... We dropped Yugen in normal Lucy.
We dropped him for Behemoth.
Touché. Touché.
He worked excellently for normal Lucy.
Yeah.
Due to how his fights paced.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you want a slow character, Ganda and Vess are good options. They do have good damage output. There is just going to be a certain skill ceiling and, boss knowledge that you're going to need to actually use them to their fullest. Right. So, that would be what I would hazard a warning about when it comes to them. Sig is similar, but to a lesser degree. Mostly it's just his really big finisher that will really hurt you. Because of how much time it takes. Let's show you a little bit of Rosetta. I think this is the first time I've played Rosetta. God, I hate her shoes. This is Rosetta. Yes.
Damage seemed okay.
Mind you, she's unbuilt. This is...
Is that 3 million or 30 million?
That's 3.
Never mind.
That's 3, not
Never
30.
mind.
I mean, for the fact that she has literally nothing except a level 1 Bahamut weapon. That's actually not terrible. She has no sigils, is using an unleveled weapon, and... I mean, all things considered, that's better than what I was expecting. There's just a minor problem. You, Okay, you see how she gives the debuffs? Or, not debuffs, the normal buffs. Oh, wow. No wonder you said you can basically only have one up. That's not great.
Yep.
So you basically need to unlock, do this, oh wait, no, never mind. Well, that's kind of shit. Do you think she has one of the longer ult ranges?
I don't remember how her ult is.
I'm about to find out. That's a pretty good range. It's not quite Twien level, but let's see. Okay, not quite that far. Okay, she has the second longest ult in the game. I found a pro for Rosetta.
A non-existent one, but still.
Okay, so you know when fighting Bernard? From the little square grating patch in the boat, away closer to the helm, roughly halfway between that and the staircases. Okay, not halfway. Roughly from the end of that grating, she can hit with her ult. That's her pro. That is not great. Now then, for Fairy. Meat Bun, what do you think I'm going to say the pro to her is?
Probably nothing anymore, I guess.
No, there's a pro to playing her. You get to look at Fairy. That's it. That's her pro. You get to look at a nice design.
Sure.
That's the pro. So basically, Fairy's gimmick is... Hold on. No, not that. Okay, I forgot what her gimmick is. Oh, I just feel stupid now. So her gimmick is basically summoning ghosts with her finisher. And depending on how long you do it... Hold on. She also does have one of the better stun gauges. Or stun build-ups. So the one pro to her is you have a lot of downtime damage, because these things will just attack for you. And also there's this. She has good ult build-up. There's just... not ult, she has good stun build-up. Problem is she's stationary during it. Now there are ways to get her ghosts out without using the long-ass charge. Problem being you can see the problem with her, can't you? She's very stationary. Now, do you want to know what she used to be really good for? Let me show you what
the old charge.
What you would do is this. Repeatedly. And if she did that, she got like 15 to 20% of her ult each time. And that's how you would play her. That's all you would do. You didn't use your abilities. You didn't use any of her combos. You just did that, and then this. And you still contributed a crap ton. Because you batteried everyone else's ult, and you made it so that the monster stayed still.
Fortunate.
Now then, they got rid of this. Because it was kind of busted, admittedly. It was also very not fun. Also, a reason you did it was... You did it because it was unironically one of her highest damaging things. It did the most it was one of the most damaging things in her kit. Not only did it build your ult up super quickly, it was actually her highest DPS thing. I'm glad they changed it, but they really need to return her ult gen. At least she had something then. Because, I mean, after seeing Lucilius, do you want to be doing this? Or this? Do you want to be stationary that long?
Probably not.
I wouldn't recommend it, but you are certainly free to try. But yeah, if you were to pick it up, and I feel like this is a relatively honest showing of what to expect, especially given we'd probably be going into Ragnarok. I would say, for what you're looking for, Catalina might be a good choice. Twien, depending on if you're willing to do a ranged character thing. Vayne would be solid. He's got solid damage, he's got solid safety, he has solid team support. He's just solid. If you really want to master a character, Gondagoza might be a good bet. That would be a very tall order to undertake, but we can't stop you. Pardon?
I just said I think I'm good off of that.
Off of what I showed.
Off of that dude. Yeah.
Also, things admittedly might... Oh yeah, he has a hostility built in, so you know. If...
I can die faster.
Yes. That way the enemy targets you, specifically. And then you can get interrupted more. I feel like Eternal Rage isn't that useful, but what do I know? But, Twien if you want someone a little bit more mobile and ranged. Catalina for kind of just an all-around good character. Io if you want more of a slow range character. Vayne if you, again, just want a solid all-around character. Percival if you want something more damaging, and a little bit better for the higher-end stuff. Siegfried has good numbers, has a different playstyle than a lot of the other characters in his timing shenanigans, and that 70% defense boost. Unironically, that would do a lot. I haven't actually shown what Cagliostra does. Cagliostra's like a lot of them, where she's kind of finisher-oriented. She has a very interesting... she's... She's a lot like Percival in, she does her charge attack, and a lot of what you want to do is get that charge attack out. Because it does a ton. Also, she has one of the best buffs in the game, and because it's not listed as an attack or defense or crit boost, it stacks with all of the above. It's just a shame that one of those is literally useless. Which, again, could change. They did say that they were going to change how buffs interact with the damage cap. They didn't say how, but they said they were going to change it. There's your silver lining. What was that?
That's nice.
Yes, it's very nice. It is very reliable. There is just one problem with you using him, at least in the early. You don't get him until you finish the story. That's his problem. Zeta is solid and has a unique gameplay that I want to like more than I do. I don't think there are a lot of ways to go wrong for you. Given you don't want to be button mashing, just don't do Yardra, Lance, or Charlotta. Avoid those three and you should be safe. Probably avoid Narm too. She's better than the previously mentioned characters, because at the very least, you do swap to this. But there is still this mode. She's better because you at least get a break, but, well, whether or not that's sufficient for you is up to you. And also, keep in mind, what you're seeing is not indicative of how she'll feel through the story. Because right now she has this and this. Her skills revolve heavily around her butterfly mechanic. The more you have, the better the skill. For example, here's what her dash does with all... I need you to consume it, damn it. Whatever. You can see the amount of ticks she got with her dash when she has all 6. And here's what Setsuna's like when you have all 6. Oh my god. There we go. The reason why I'm swinging right now is just to reduce her cooldowns. Okay, so you remember how much the dash did? That's how much it does when you have no butterflies. Her dash gets extra hits the more butterflies you have. And so does Transient. Now then, one of the biggest differences you'll notice is Setsuna. Look at how long it takes. No, having the butterflies does not change how much it does, it just affects the cast time. But yeah, I would say for you it might be a good idea to avoid Narmaya as well, because she also kind of has a lot of visual noise. I fucking love playing her, but, well, that's me.
The visuals are fine in isolation. It's mostly the group fight shit.
Yeah, the problem when you say in isolation, how often are you going to be isolated?
I don't know. I'm assuming my entire solo experience with the story.
And that's about it. But yes, I am very fond of Narm. I will try to show off Cat to the best of my abilities. But yeah, this is largely how Cat is. The reason why I have the ability that I have on her, and Dark will attest to this, the reason why you have frozen blades on her is because you can use it once. You can weave it into her Ares combo to reset Ares. And since it stays on cooldown, and with how cooldown reductions work in this basically allows you to have close to permanent Ares when combined with the other abilities. A big part of Catalina is mastering keeping Ares out. Because she's also one of the characters with an empowered ult. Would you say Catalina's on the lower end for visual noise?
Seems fine.
I was asking Dark. He's more experienced than either of us. Dark? He has abandoned me.
It's alright.
Also, if you want her to be slightly more supportive and are able to accept slower Ares uptime, she has a Glaciate. It's a freeze. Basically, she holds this down, the enemy doesn't move. It's the water character's version of paralysis. It's something that Lancelot also has. Although you don't really... Okay, we don't use it on Lancelot very frequently. Mostly because he kinda just has better stuff to do. It's not that it's bad, it's just... Lancelot has better things to do. But yeah, that'd be another bonus to Catalina. Outside of Lucilius, you'd be able to give us free uptime.
Yep. I'll probably try it out in like 2 weeks from now.
I will say there is a decent probability that it goes on sale sometime near Ragnarok's release. Also, as it is right now, I believe... Is it $20 off from its original price, Dark?
Said it was 40 right now.
I just got back.
Oh, that's why
What are
you
you talking
disappeared.
about?
Oh, I was asking you if compared to the release price of Granblue was $20 off. Because it released at like... It was 60,
It was
right?
released at 60.
Yeah. Oh yeah, a bonus if you pick Zeta. You'd give us a Paralyze. Now there is a problem with us telling you about characters with paralysis skills. The paralysis skills usually are not that good. They have
So they have long cooldown.
They have long cooldowns. And as for the actual hits, they don't do that much damage. Compared to a lot of other options. Like, for Zeta, if we're just talking about damage and nothing else, she has infinitely better things to do than use Wing Clipper.
Also, the length of paralysis varies for
Yeah.
certain bosses.
Yeah, it's useful.
It'll work on most of them. It's a matter of how long it'll
Yeah.
work.
But yeah,
If you used paralysis during a DPS check, would that do anything?
Yeah.
we haven't tried.
That won't stop them at all.
I haven't tried, but I'll take Dark's word for it. I don't think it would change the DPS check. I'm pretty sure SBA shenanigans is your only real bet.
Other than SBA and Link Time, they can't be in any way CC'd out of doing it for a bit.
Okay.
It's an unfortunate reality, but it is what it is. I should really remove Signo Drive. She really doesn't need that. Honestly, looking at Zeta's abilities, I'm kinda thinking having Wing Clipper on might just be... You use Zeta more than I do and have her more built up. How is Reign of Fury?
Personally, for what I use Spear of Arves, Infinite Wonders, Vengeful Flames, and Realm's Majesty.
I feel like Realm's Majesty isn't really that necessary, because she has the built-in parry on her triangle.
It's a bigger one. It's a bigger one that's easier to do if you need it.
Okay. Individual taste. So if you went for Zeta...
And also, I didn't really find the other skills that appealing.
Yeah. In a lot of cases, skills do just end up being individual taste. So there is that boon. There are not a lot of cases where a skill is just outright bad.
I know that I did use Wing Clipper for a time on her, but I didn't find it to be worth the cooldown.
Yeah, I can see that. For instance, Power of One, not really that worth putting on Sandy. not a big enough defense boost, and attack doesn't do anything, so you're really just getting the crit rate. Would you say Siegfried's the only one with a sufficiently large defense boost to actually matter?
Quite frankly, yeah, if you're going to have someone who applies a defense buff to the party, that's not the only way it really work.
Everyone else, you're just gonna get one shot. Regardless, so...
Because, like, even in the captain's case, his defense buff only really matters because he's also applying a massive damage cut.
Yeah, yeah. You're not applying it for the defense boost, you're applying it for the damage cut.
It's just making yourself even more durable while the damage cut's active.
Yeah. But yeah, unfortunately the closest thing you would get to like, Hunting Horn is Gran. Or Cag.
That's alright.
I wish I had better news in that regard, but...
Maybe they'll come up with some other characters.
I will say,
700 or something.
Pardon?
So I think I heard someone say they had like 700 characters or something.
In the gacha? Yeah, that sounds about right. Admittedly, a lot of those are just different, are just the same character in different attire. Like, okay, let's use Sandy, for example. There are 6 variants of him in the gacha. There are 6.
One for each wing.
Yes. Exactly. Actually, not quite. 2 of them are light. One of them is earth. One is wind. And... okay, maybe... I'm forgetting 1 or 2 of them. Twian has 2 variants. Sio has 3. Zeta, I think I counted 5. Siegfried, I've seen at least 4. Percival, I think, is also 4. Lancelot, I believe I've seen also 4. Narmaya, I believe, was 6. Fairy, I don't think there's a character that has succeeded 7 different versions of them. I don't think. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, a lot of them have, like, for one character, there's, like, 3 to 5 variants, usually.
Makes sense.
And mind you, for a lot of them, it's either a holiday variant, a yokata variant, which is just, you know, the festival garb that the Japanese wear.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. A Valentine's variant. A swimsuit variant. And also occasionally just like an upgraded version of the character. So for Fairy, there are 4. One of them is Halloween, one is the gold version, one is the rare version, and the other is the upgraded version of the gold. I think Rosetta has 6. 5 or 6, I think. Yeah, there are a lot of copies.
Did you play the gacha?
Yes. I have, and am.
Okay.
My my review on it is very simple. It's a visual novel with a turn-based attached to it.
Okay.
And I'm not going to say there's anything wrong with it. Wrong with that. I will simply say that's not for everyone.
Nothing wrong with visual novels.
Yeah. Also, in my case, it gives a lot of extra context to what the fuck the characters are, which is nice. Because with Relink, they don't really do the best job. They kind of just throw you in. I think
I
initially
think they assume you've already played it.
yeah, that it's pretty safe to assume that. I'm pretty confident saying they weren't expecting it to be as much of a hit as it was, and they were expecting a amount of the player base from the gacha to go over, and not much else.
Well, at least they're putting that gotcha money to good use.
Yeah, it's a good thing too, because they sure as shit aren't putting it into the gacha.
Damn.
I'm allowed to roast it like that. I've seen what the visual aspect of the visual novel is. Not impressive. That's how I'll phrase it. There's not much visually going on in the visual novel. Unfortunately.
I mean, it's usually character stills.
Yes, it's almost all character stills. Occasionally they change the face.
That's all you really need.
Yeah. The writing's usually pretty solid. That's about where I'll leave it.
This game doesn't require too much PC-wise, right?
I could pull up Steam real quick, but I think requirement-wise it's not that demanding, unless you want, like, really high frame rate and whatnot. Dark, do you remember off the top of your head?
Should
No,
be
I
alright.
don't.
Okay, I'm pulling it up on Steam right now.
You guys both have beefy PCs?
I don't know about him. Let's see, minimum requirement, it says Windows 11. That's not the case, I'm on Windows 10. Procel Intel Core i3 9100 or AMD 3 3200G. Memory 16 gigs. Graphics GTX 1060 6 gig or AMD 580 8 gig. DirectX version 11. It wants a lot of storage. It wants 90
Damn.
gigs. For some reason.
Well, I got plenty of space.
SSD recommended. Capable of 1080 30 FPS when graphics are set to standard. So, you'll be doing
Those are
PS4.
minimum.
Huh?
I said those are minimum
Yes,
requirements.
those are minimum requirements. I feel
I
like that's
see.
a better thing to go off of, personally. Because that gives you a better idea of what you're working with. Let's see. OS is the same. Recommended an Intel i7 8700 or AMD 5 3600. Memory 16 gigs of RAM, so a house loan. Okay, no, it's only 16 gigs. It's a car
I
loan.
think didn't RAM prices go down already?
Not to where they were before the massive spike.
Mm.
They might have been going down a little bit, but I haven't seen anything significant. Because unfortunately, we're measuring the increase of RAM by 5 to 7 fold. So you take the price
Good
that
old
it
data
was.
centers.
Pardon?
So good old data centers.
Yep. Uh, recommends a 2080 8 gig or AMD 700 XT 8 gig. SSD capable of 1080 60 FPS when graphics are set to ultra. It doesn't really need a beefy rig, I would say.
Yeah, seems like it'll be all right.
It should be fine. Oh, cool. Steam's making it so you can see users' PC specs when they do a review, if they allow it. Oh, this poor man. He is a 5070. He was robbed.
I only saw one bad review, and that was
Uh,
just grinding, I think. Grinding related.
believable. Great game until you get to the end game, which is pretty much non-existent. I'm at a boss I can't defeat, even though I'm way over recommend. Hey Dark, how much does the recommended power level matter?
Doesn't matter at all.
Thank you.
It's a lie.
It literally doesn't matter. You'll uh, on my Sandy, I'm listed as having 20 thou. Lucilia's 0. It's
Is that the shield with the swords?
yeah, that's the shield with
Emblem
the
there?
sword. Oh, hey, it's actually 22. Um, all right then. I thought it was lower. But yeah, no, that power rating doesn't mean shit. Lucilia's 0. Yeah, we've been at this power rating for a while. We've only recently been able to beat him. Should we show him normal Lucy just for the comparison?
Sure.
Or Behemoth? Which would you rather see? Well, Meat Bun?
Yeah. I'll get back to you on that.
Alrighty.
I have to take the dogs out and start making dinner pretty soon.
Ah. Alright, well then I'll leave you to that. I think this was a decent showcase of everything.
Yeah, I think I got the gist. Like I said, I'll try it in like 2 weeks.
Alrighty. Well, there's not really a rush. Truth be told, a lot of why I'm doing this, I'm fucking terrified of Ragnarok, and given how Lucilius 0 is, yeah, I want a third person.
I mean, is that guaranteed to be what the whole game is like? I don't know if the new stuff is always going to be as bad as the very, very hardest stuff they have out in the end.
It's probably not, but here's the thing. There's going to be a higher end difficulty of Lucilius. So there's probably going to be a the expansion's difficulty of Lucy 0.
Yeah, but that's for the freak beasts.
Yes.
Which I'm sure you guys will get to soon.
We'll probably give it the old college try. I will concede that. God knows we kept doing that with this one.
Or at the very least, they'll maybe have some early game busted stuff before they patch things.
There might be. I'm not gonna bet on that. I'm not even gonna bother commenting on the 4 characters they're adding. because we have so little on all of them. I could send you the video I have of me playing Beatrix in their in the beta. She's one of the new characters.
Oh, you've already played some of it?
Oh yeah, I played the closed beta and the open beta. And Dark can attest what I said during the closed beta, not closed, during the open beta, was frightening.
Oh.
In its
I
implication.
retract my previous statement then.
So basically, the open beta, it gave me a mock battle of something that is most likely going to be roughly the speeds that you can expect. And this is an assumption on my part. I'm assuming that that was a facsimile of what to expect in the new difficulty.
Gotcha.
It was an enhanced version of the Golem fight. And it was very painful. Very. It struck fear into my soul as it was almost as fast as normal Lucy. It wasn't Lucy 0 fast, what you saw. It wasn't that bad. It was the step
It's
right
like
below
Kingdom
him.
Hearts.
It was the step right below him.
Man.
But yeah, the only character I can comment on is Beatrix. The other three, we have a promotional video for one of them, and they haven't released anything on the other two. And truth be told, I do not have high expectations for one of those two.
Can't all be winners.
Exactly. But the reason why I don't have high expectations for that one, he's the same thing as this guy and this guy. He is a male draft, and given the current representation of the game, that does not inspire confidence.
So are they taking feedback?
As of right now, I don't know. I believe they were on, I believe they might have been for the betas, but that doesn't matter because Galanza wasn't available during that. So. Okay, remember the spear guy that we showed in the first thing, in the first mission we showed you?
Didn't he have an axe?
No, that was a spear, although he did use it like an axe sometimes.
Okay.
It was a very big spear, so it's, frankly, functionally speaking, it might as well be an axe.
Who knows, maybe they'll make him surprisingly good.
It's a possibility.
Hopefully they learned their lesson.
It's not one that either me or Dark are betting on, but, wow, that's a shit glossary. Is there...
You looking for him?
Yes, I'm literally looking for him. Just so that you have a better visual.
Yeah, he'd be in field notes.
Yeah, I just found it. Because I'm... Oh, so where is he? I just scrolled through everything. So that's Shadow Id. What? Where's Galan? Oh, he's probably in characters, isn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's Galanza. I want to have some hope for him, because in the boss fight, he is actually pretty fast. And has a lot going for him. There's just one minor problem. And its name is Id. This is also a boss. Id's speed as a boss is not comparable to Id's speed as a character. Yeah, well, that's unfortunate. I can't view his 3D model. Oh well. But yeah, him and the sword chucking lady. This one. They're both going to be added as playable characters. We have more faith in this one than we do in Gal. Mostly we're terrified that he's going to be too slow to matter. We look forward to being proven wrong, but we don't expect to be. But yeah, if we're talking about rushing any of the current DLC characters, is there anyone that we'd even recommend doing that with?
Yeah, we can't really do that when we don't know.
First off, wouldn't want to waste money rushing a character that he doesn't end up liking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Second off, like with Sandy, it's not going to be hard for us to get him available. Like, that's going to be really easy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really only Sio and Twian, and I think we're both in agreement that we don't want him to suffer the existence of Sio.
Yep.
I'm going to stand by that. Sio, I will show you the one reason why you might want to consider Sio. Alrighty. Meat bun. Fuck. Hold on. So, a trend that Sio and Twian have, they have a skill that builds up at the start of combat, and they can only use partway through. Sio's is arguably more useful than Twian's. Arguably. This is Sio's special skill, and what it does is he caps out the ult bar of everyone in the team. Do you see the problem?
Standing there for like 30 seconds.
Yes. Also, you can only use it once per mission. And it's the one chain burst.